I've been talking about training the Tai Chi Chuan by way of Xing Qi. By way of Xing Qi. Tai Chi Chuan is supposed to be an internal art. An internal art is supposed to be an art of Xing Qi. Mobilization of the internal Qi instead of exerting your physical force to move your body. It is the Qi within the body in terms of Kai. Kai means the Qi extend out. The Qi with the Qi up, the Qi going down, up above the body going up. As you go back, the Qi move to the waist, and from the waist the Qi go down, and then the Qi upper part of the body move up. That is the process of Xing Qi. You see? And it is the Xing Qi that you are able to obtain the Gong. The Gong is the power, is the skill of Tai Chi Chuan, is the basic intrinsic skill and intrinsic power of Tai Chi Chuan. It is the power of the Qi moving yin and yang way in opposite direction. See? It is the Qi that moves the body. Qi must move first, then only the body moves. See? And it is not applying your physical way. It's not applying your physical exercise. See? So, unfortunately, Tai Chi Chuan for the past 100 years, that it has been practiced the physical way. Knowing very well, we say Tai Chi Chuan is supposed to be an internal art of Xing Qi according to the classics. And the classics mention very clearly that Qi is supposed to be mobilized, and so that the Qi moves in circles, and Qi moves in opposite direction, the yin-yang way. See? So this has been the teachings of the Tai Chi classics. Unfortunately, it has not been carried out in Tai Chi Chuan from the very start. That people try to pick up Tai Chi Chuan from learning the Tao Lu. Whatever schools the Tao Lu may be, it still starts from practicing the Tao Lu, the physical way. And once you started in the wrong foot, it is quite difficult. You have already cultivated the habit of moving the body physically, using the external mind to direct the body to move in line with the Tao Lu. Then it is quite difficult for you to come back and master this the Xing Qi way, because very important is Xing Qi. You must internalize your mind. See, and yet the physical exercise is the exercise of external mind. External mind refers to the brain, thinking of how you should move the body. So that is the yi from the external mind, which cannot be applied to Xing Qi. See? Xing Qi is the way to acquire your Gong, your power. Otherwise, when you come to Tui Shou, you tend to use the physical force, using the techniques. Once you have the physical force, moving physically, then you will have the techniques, all different kind of techniques. And then think in terms of the Pang Li Qi An, in terms of the physical techniques. Whereas in the Nei Jia Quan, there is no such thing as techniques, physical techniques. And all physical techniques are formless because they are Qi movements. And Qi being formless, and therefore all your techniques are supposed to be formless. See, because you move on the inside and you don't move outside. You don't purposely envisage how to move the body in accordance with the forms of the techniques. That is not the way. Now, this kind of training, the physical way, has been the way of so the The Tai Chi Chuan has been an art has been practiced as a physical way, deviating from the internal art, which requires the practice of Xing Qi. See, unfortunately, nowadays people don't know how to Xing Qi, but all the requirements for Xing Qi are already in the Quan Jing. Such as, for example, you have to internalize your mind so that you can use your Xin to associate yourself with the Yi. The Yi says the Qi go down, the Qi go up. You move back to the Xin Yi, so that always, according to Wang Zhongyue, always be mindful of the inner waist. Always keep your mind inwards and store and keep it within the waist instead of mindful of the external, the two arms or your legs, the movements. See, that runs contrary, you see, to the requirements of Xing Qi. Now, coming back to the having acquired, you see, the Gong, which is the Qi Jing. Having acquired that, now we have to apply the Qi Jing to the Tui Shou. That is how you apply this in terms of Yong, how to apply it in the physical, in the pugilistic art. Tai Chi Chuan, the word Chuan already signifies that this is a martial art. You see? So it's not, although you see in your practice we are using only the palm, but then Tai Chi Chuan, the Chuan is the fist. And the fist is not physically referring to the fist, but it has an implied meaning of being a martial arts. See, and being a martial art, it must be applied. It can be applied as a pugilistic art. And as a pugilistic art, the pugilistic art is to get close to the opponent. You see, and you don't. That is called a duan da, close body combat. Instead of distant punching, say you how to move into the body of the opponent, and then you don't strike him, but you use a pang jin and qi jin, so that to get your opponent in a very unsteady way, with his CG being very unstable. That is the purpose. See, the whole purpose is not try to bounce the people off, but rather how to keep your opponents in a very unstable way. And then once the opportunity is there, then you strike him off. See? Now, what then are the techniques of Pang Lü Ji An? Pang, a lot of people were using the hand to pang, using the physical force. When force is applied, you're bound to be, you're bound to clash with your opponent's force, resulting in a stalemate. Force against force. That is called the resistance. In Chinese, we call it ding. Once you ding, you want to let off, the opponents will charge in. So that is, you are committing the fault of duel. So once you ding, very few people dare to let go completely. Once you let go, the opponents will come in, and you are put to a flight. You will be totally defeated. See? So, Pang Lü Ji An, in terms of the internal art, are not the physical forms of techniques, or techniques of physical forms. They are techniques of formless techniques. See? Let's say, for example, your Pang Jin is not using the hand, using the force to keep your opponents away. But rather, you see, you have to manipulate the qi. Going down, the qi is moving up. It is only the qi energy, the whole body, that sustains your Pang Jin to keep your opponent at arm's strength, arm's length. Okay? So when you come back, want to draw back, the opponent has come all the way. You use a qi jin to sustain, you see, your Pang Jin to keep him off. And then with his force coming, you use the 铝劲. 铝劲 is just send your disperse all your 劲. Your 硼劲 actually is very concentrated here. Your 铝劲 is the qi move all over the body. Move all over the body evenly. And thereby absorbing, you see, the opponent's force. Absorbing his force. See? And then that is a 铝劲. And neutralize his force and send him off. 迎击 lock 空 and lock 空 him. And not using any physical force is not possible to do it. And therefore you don't see any people doing the lock 空 迎击 lock 空劲. So, 击 actually is to apply your 硼, your 击 directly to the opponent's body, such a way that he is unable to stand properly. And then once you 硼 him in this way, you release again your 铝劲, your qi 劲 and then your opponents will feel a sense of emptiness, and thereby lock 空 him, with the result that he is unable to stand up properly, with his stable Qi is lost. See? And 安劲 is the qi is going down, so opponent is difficult to push you. So if the opponent try to push you, you have to move down. 安劲. An means the qi is moving down. See? If you want to move there, you cannot move the upper part of the body. You have to move the lower part of the body. See? So all 硼铝击安 are supposed to be the applications of the qi jing. And qi jing are formless jing and not jing with the forms, particularly with particular forms. You see? And formless, the characteristics number one is that you don't have a definite forms. It all depends on the reactions from your opponents. And 太极推手 or 打手 are supposed to be acting in accordance or in response to the movements of the opponent, and not what you think, what you want to do. See? And therefore, your 硼铝击安起来处靠 this qi jing are very flexible, acting in accordance with the reaction and the movement of the opponent, with the purpose of destabilizing unbalancing him, with the unbalancing him, so that he won't be able to stand up properly, with his Qi being very unstable. And that is the purpose of Wang Zhongye's technique of 忽隐忽现. 忽隐忽现 is the purpose. You don't 硼 him all the way, you don't 击 him all the way, you don't 铝 him all the way. No, you have to interchange in accordance with the reactions of the opponent. Okay.